Hi, I'm Ben with Apps, and this is the MSI Vortex G65 desktop gaming computer. Now, we saw this at CES 2016 this year, and it was promised to be a compact but ultra-powerful gaming desktop. So we just got this here in the store. Let's take a look at some of the features and who it might be for. So starting with the look of it, you have this cylindrical shape computer. It takes a lot of design cues from Apple's Mac Pro from 2013. It's cylindrical. It uses one centralized fan at the top here. It sucks in cold air from the bottom, vortexes it around the computer, and spits it out the top here. So we are running a full benchmark test right now at 1080p in high settings. And as you can tell, the fan noise isn't really loud, so that one large fan is doing a really efficient job of cooling down the computer. On the front here, you won't see any kind of ports. You really just have a power button on the front. So you're going to maintain a kind of sleek design. You have these LED light strips, which you can actually change the color of through MSI's app, which will also help you monitor some of the temperature settings and other things of the computer through that app. As we move along to the back here, we have all of our I/O devices. Now, you can hook up a whole lot of things to this computer. You have an optical cable if you want to hook up some sort of external audio system. You have a headphone jack, a microphone jack if you want to do one of those. You have 4 USB 3.0 ports. You have 2 HDMI 1.4 ports, 2 DisplayPort 1.2s. You also have 2 USB Type-C ports that support Thunderbolt 3 and DisplayPort 1.2. Additionally, you have 2 gigabit Ethernet jacks that are kind of supported with killer networks, and that's a pretty cool feature. So you have 2 Ethernet jacks, you can plug both of them in, and the killer networks will help you determine kind of a priority list for your network. So if you want your gaming to run really fast and you want some other things going on in the background but don't need as much bandwidth, you can set that up through the killer network. Additionally, you have your standard power supply cord on the back here as well. So all those I/O devices allow you to do a lot of things. The Thunderbolt 3 is a super fast interface. You can hook up to 6 displays up here. So if you wanted, a crazy gaming setup with 6 different displays, this will actually support that. So there are 2 different models of this computer. Now, the only difference is going to be in their video cards and their RAM. So the model we have here is the lower end model. It starts at $2,200 at the time of filming this video. You're going to get 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM with that, and 2 GTX 960 graphics cards working in SLI. So that's on the lower model. Then what the configurations that both models share, you get a Intel Core i7 6700K processor. It's a 4-core processor at 4 gigahertz. It can use turbo boost up to 4.2. And then you have 2 128 PCIe based SSDs that work in RAID 0, as well as 1 terabyte hard disk drive that spins at 7,200 RPMs. So you're going to be able to do a whole lot of things with that internal configuration. That PCIe based storage is super fast. If you want your operating system and your games and apps on that, things will fire up really quickly, and that 1 terabyte of storage is going to give you a lot of storage space as well. So when you bump up to the higher end model, you go from 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM up to 32, and your 960 graphics cards become 980 graphics cards in SLI. Now, one thing to mention about those graphics cards is these are MXM variants of those graphics cards. So it's not like you're getting 2 full desktop grade graphics cards in here. The performance will be similar, but they are a little bit altered from the full desktop versions. So the performance you're going to get on here isn't exactly going to be equivalent, but it's going to be pretty close. So this is a gaming powerhouse. The lesser model with the 960s is great for gaming in 1080p on the highest settings. Those SLI cards are working together to kind of get one solid video output and give you really efficient graphics performance. Now the 980s, you can start doing 4K gaming. You can start doing things like VR. So there's a lot of cool possibilities for this computer in such a small, quiet form factor. So who this might be for, if you're looking for a VR rig that you can easily pick up, bring to another room, bring over to a friend's house and set up, this is a great option. You don't have to have a huge tower with multiple desktop, huge graphics cards that's really heavy. You can have a nice, quiet solution. And it's also for somebody who wants to kind of get a gaming rig but may not know how to build their own system. So that can get pretty complicated. You don't have any warranty. So everything is pre-configured to have you gaming right out of the box. So it's great for that. Now, if you're a creative professional and you're thinking, oh, well, this is a little bit cheaper than a Mac Pro, maybe I'll start here. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. This is upgradable. So if you wanted to, as a user, upgrade your RAM or upgrade your CPU, you can do that. but the socket in here is only going to allow for 4-core processors, and those gaming graphics cards aren't really meant for kind of creative professionals. So if you're a creative professional looking for kind of a cheaper solution than a Mac Pro or something like that, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this. But if you're looking for a gaming performance, for 1080p, for virtual reality, for 4K, this is a great option. So that's the MSI Vortex G65. We do carry the lower configuration with the 960s at app.com currently, and you can special order the version with the 980s. So if you're interested in learning more, click on the link in the description below. We also have new videos coming out on all sorts of gaming hardware, computers, monitors, all sorts of things. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel.